Hi, I'm Arm. The anime recap I'm going to share with you today is Myriad Colors Phantom World. This is a world where humans and phantom coexist. Even in the bustling city center, a deserted cemetery can suddenly appear. Phantom snorts in the air, the crow wails, and a young girl sits among the phantoms. Not only is she not afraid, but she also has a smile on her face. The moment when she opens her mouth wide, a huge suction force surges out, consuming all the ghosts into her stomach. The phantom seems just the most ordinary food for her. This scene stuns the teenager passing by, and he is inextricably attracted to the girl and keeps pestering her. When the girl is about to leave, she slips and falls down the steps. At this critical moment, the teenager wants to be a hero who saves the beauty but accidentally sees something under the girl's skirt. Will the two strangers have chemistry? Let's take a look together. The story begins in the early 21st century, when the experimental base of the Gene Company is attacked by a blast, resulting in the leakage of the virus. The virus affects the function of the human brain, giving everyone the ability to perceive the phantom. The so-called phantom is a creature that appears in the crack between fantasy and reality, and while almost all phantoms are harmless, there are also some demagogic phantoms among them. Fortunately, humans have found psychics in newborns. With the emergence of people who have special abilities, humans finally no longer fear the phantom. Our protagonist, Haruhiko, is one of the psychics. He uses his abilities to create a phantom. Ruru is petite and Haruhiko's most faithful companion. Haruhiko, who just enters high school this year, joins the club that expels phantoms and forms a small team with his senior friend Mai. Mai is responsible for fighting phantom, while Haruhiko is responsible for summoning and sealing phantom. Although they work hard against Phantom, their performance is the worst of all teams, because they often destroy school facilities during their assignments. They are paid much less than others. Mai believes that the two-partner group is not strong enough and wants to recruit new members, while Haruhiko is busy thinking about how to find the psychic. An abandoned cemetery catches his attention. He sees the girl surrounded by Phantom and is eager to save her. Unexpectedly, the girl opens her mouth wide and consumes all the phantoms and the cemetery in one go. Haruhiko sees this ability in mythology. He is shocked by the scene in front of him and frantically sends out a cooperating invitation to the girl. The girl's name is Reina and she comes from the same school as Haruhiko. Haruhiko doesn't want to miss this great opportunity and wants Reina to join their team, but he acts too enthusiastically, causing Reina to be frightened and accidentally fall. Haruhiko tries to grab Reina but accidentally sees her private parts. Reina angrily throws Haruhiko to the ground and runs away in a panic. Attracted by Reina's abilities, Haruhiko sincerely apologizes for his actions and begs Reina to join him in fighting Phantom. Even though Reina turns him down, Haruhiko refuses to give up and offers to invite her to dinner. Lured by food, Reina follows Haruhiko to the school cafeteria. It turns out that Reina has always wanted to come to the cafeteria to eat, but she has no money and cannot afford the meal. After witnessing Reina's sheer intake, Haruhiko comes back to the real business and explains to her the origin of Phantom. If Reina joins their club, she gets paid by completing tasks. Thanks to Haruhiko's efforts, Reina's attitude changes. Haruhiko introduces Mai to Reina and takes her to see their combat operations. This time, the target of the mission is a phantom that interferes with the airwaves, and Mai uses her fighting skills to fight against it. The phantom is performing a kind of sacrificial dance, which people use to perform in front of felled trees. Haruhiko firmly believes that if he understands the true face of the phantom, he can find a solution. He offers to dance with Phantom so it would be comforted. Because Haruhiko and Reina are unable to complete the move, Mai uses her physical advantage and insists on dancing to the end. Phantom's grievances are released, and Reina offers to help them complete the seal. Mai praises Reina's abilities and invites her to join as well. Reina is so impressed by their spirit that she agrees to join their club. Reina's powerful abilities give Haruhiko a sense of crisis and a desperate desire to improve himself. The first mission the three of them receive is to stop the runaway phantom at the abandoned experimental base. According to the commission of the relevant organization, their classmate Koito has already rushed there first. Arisu, a club advisor, says that Koito is a good psychic because she always works alone, and Arisu hopes that they will help Koito learn to work as a team. After receiving Arisu's commission, they rush to the experimental base to rescue Koito. Facing a steady flow of phantoms, Haruhiko deduces that only by defeating the entity can they be completely eliminated. He asks Mai and Arisu to work together to crush the phantoms. He then uses his abilities to seal the phantom. Koito doesn't want to owe them anything and gives her reward all away. Happy with their work, Arisu gives them a new task to exorcise a voyeuristic phantom. The Haruhiko trio arrive at the girls' dormitory and wait for Phantom to appear. Reina guesses that the phantom only appears when the girls are getting changed, kicking Haruhiko out. After the phantom appears, Haruhiko uses his abilities to create a legendary monster. Although the monster looks so cute, it manages to to catch the phantom for them. Reina notices that Haruhiko's finger is bleeding and gently helps him stop the bleeding. This wonderful touch makes Haruhiko's feelings change subtly. The Haruhiko trio fights Phantom almost every day, even on holidays. It's said that two phantoms are powerful and lurk on the bridge every day to prevent humans from passing. They receive the news and hurry over. Strangely, the two phantoms seem to know Mai and are very eager to fight her. Haruhiko discovers that Mai is in danger and summons a phantom to help her. The wounded Mai is defeated and forced to stop the fight. To improve the overall strength of the squad, Mai organizes special training. Haruhiko is rejected by Mai because of his poor physical strength. Thus he proposes to perform memory copying and transplant Mai's fighting skills to him. Arisu hears their conversation and thinks it is a great idea to share memories. Haruhiko goes to see Mai's favorite movies and the places that are important to her. Then they return to the place where they have met the phantom, and Mai suddenly remembers that she has been here as a child. At that time, two unknown children greeted her, and they had a great time. While Mai is immersed in memories, the two phantoms attack her again. Mai is not as good as them, and she soon falls into the downside. Haruhiko wants to grab the fallen Mai. Because of the physical contact, he connects to her memory. Haruhiko sees Mai's childhood memories. The two phantoms in front of her are the playmates she met as a child. But humans often glorify memories to gain upper hand. Mai was not as well behaved as she thought, and at that time, she abused the two children with the advantage of force. Later, they became phantom and always wanted to challenge Mai. Since Haruhiko has copied Mai's fighting techniques, Arisu believes that Haruhiko already can fight the phantom, but his physical strength is too poor and can only be compensated for with special abilities. Thanks to the efforts of Haruhiko and Mai, the two phantoms finally surrender. But they don't give up, vowing to come back to challenge Mai one day. Reina sees the interactions between Haruhiko and Mai. She envies their closeness and wishes she could fit in. Reina is brought up strictly, and her parents forbid her to eat out, paid to destroy Phantom. Reina treats Haruhiko and Mai to a barbecue buffet. After parting with her friends, Reina sees a strangely shaped bus, but she has a very strange feeling for no reason. Koito sees this scene by chance. When Reina wonders about this, Koito tells her that she is possessed by the phantom. To protect Reina, Haruhiko decides to send her home. The moment they get on the bus, they walk into the illusion brought by Phantom. Reina and Haruhiko become brothers and sisters and also become family members with Phantom. They start a discussion about this mysterious phantom. Koito says that this phantom is very good at hypnosis and can drag humans into the phantom's world. Mai is curious about why Reina has become Phantom's prey. Facing her friends who are sincere with her, Reina tells the truth. Her parents think Phantom is ominous and don't want her to be involved with Phantom. For this reason, Reina's sister is also kicked out of the house. Reina has not yet told her parents that she joins the exorcism club of Phantom. Phantom discovers Reina's inner loneliness and hypnotizes her. To help Reina get rid of Phantom, Mai gets on that bus. After Reina sees Mai, she treats her as the sister who has left home, and the family is moved to hug each other. The first person to come to his senses is Haruhiko. Because the toilet is considered to be a place connected to another world, it will be easier to restore sanity here. Realizing this, Haruhiko takes Reina into the toilet and hugs her tightly. Reina takes Haruhiko for a rogue and awakes from her vision. Even though it is the Phantom's illusion, Reina is nostalgic for the warmth they bring. Just when Phantom tries to take Reina, Haruhiko keeps her with his genuineness. Reina has lost her sister. If she leaves, their family will cease to exist completely. Haruhiko asks Reina to be patient and wait for her sister to come back. Until then, he and Mai would always be by her side. With Haruhiko's help, Reina finally escapes Phantom's influence. Returning to the real world is a wonderful thing for Reina, but deep down, she still retains her love for the Phantom. Now that the story of Reina is over, let's see what Koito has been through. Koito knows the peculiarities of the psychics and has been keeping her distance from the ordinary people. But in others' perspectives, Koito has become an arrogant and indifferent psychic. Even Shosuk, who is a psychic as well, says the same about Koito. Haruhiko finds Shosuk's words rude, but before he can refute it, Koito hears their discussion. Haruhiko is sorry for this and hurries to catch up with Koito. Koito is on a mission to drive out Phantom, who is disrupting the feeding lodge. The sudden appearance of Haruhiko disrupts her plans, causing her to be attacked by the Phantom. Kurumi, who is passing by, sees this scene and helps them with her abilities. Because Koito is injured, Mai proposes that she solve Phantom. Koito thinks this is her mission and argues with Mai. Arisu learns of the situation and decides to compete to see who can complete the task first. Haruhiko feels sorry for Koito and wants to help her with her task. Mai lacks a partner and enlists Kurumi's help. In search of Phantom, Haruhiko and Koito look for the entire school, but Koito is stubborn, and even when attacked by Phantom, she insists on completing the task alone. Haruhiko notices that Koito is particularly adamant about the phantom this time and asks Arisu curiously. Arisu tells him that Koito awakened special abilities while working as a breeder. Although Koito succeeded in sealing the phantom, her teachers and classmates grew to distance themselves from her because of her power. Even Koito's family was terrified of her abilities. Since then, Koito has closed her heart. Arisu guesses that this phantom is the same one Koito has encountered before. Haruhiko sympathizes with Koito. After hearing that phantom has appeared, he enlists friends to help Koito. After their tacit teamwork, Phantom is successfully sealed. Seeing the Phantom, Arisu discovers that she has misunderstood that this is not the Phantom that Koito has sealed before. When the mission is over, Koito apologizes to Haruhiko. In the time that comes down, Haruhiko and Kurumi have an adventure. When they meet by chance on the road, they accidentally fall into Phantom's world. When Phantom tries to capture Kurumi, a teddy bear beside her helps her. This fantastical scene makes Haruhiko contemplate. He believes that Kurumi is stressed out in the real world, and to escape reality, she enters the inner world. Kurumi is still an elementary school student. Her inner world is full of fairy tales. Kurumi loves bears very much, and the teddy bears around her are always watching over her. But they are attacked by the evil prince, and they are injured to protect Kurumi. Kurumi tells Haruhiko that the teddy bears have been by her side since she is a child and they have a deep bond. At the moment when the teddy bears are injured, Kurumi realizes that she can't run away any longer. Since this is her inner world, it is up to her to protect the teddy bears. After Kurumi defeats the evil prince, they successfully return to the real world. Kurumi's pressure is that she is afraid of not being able to defeat Phantom, but she grows up inside and decides to face it all bravely. At the end of the semester, Haruhiko notices that his classmates have become very lazy and fond of fish. It all seems to have something to do with the cat house. The cat house is a derivative of an abandoned dormitory. Many feral cats used to live here, which attracted a lot of students. But the students were often injured, and the cat house was sealed off by the school. At this point, Kurumi notices that the kittens he has been feeding at school are missing and wants to help find them. Haruhiko wants to go to school to find cats but finds that all the classmates around him have turned into cats, apart from their cat ears and cat tails. Some students can't even speak clearly. Koito deduces that they are influenced by Phantom. She has heard cats meowing in the cat house and feels the aura of Phantom. According to Koito's intelligence, they find the kitten in the cat house. Surprisingly, the Phantom here has no ill will towards them. It's just guarding the house. Reina senses Phantom's intentions and gently explains to it. She knows that the Phantom is just saddened by the abandoned cat house and hopes that it will return the lost kittens to them. It turns out that Phantom stimulates his desire to meet the cat after meeting the kitten. Phantom's mood affects his surroundings, causing humans to become more and more cat-like. With Reina's comfort, Phantom's mood gradually improves, and the surrounding returns to normal. Reina proposes that everyone clean the house together to make the house lively. Arisu also asks the school for the right to use the house, turning it into a tea room for the students. However, the chaos in the school continues, and the sudden appearance of huge hot springs affects their campus life. If this Phantom cannot be solved, the school will arrange makeup classes during the summer holiday to get the school back to normal. The sidekicks use their skills and fight Phantom, but they all fail. Because this Phantom has never left the hot spring, Haruhiko is unable to seal it with his skills. Considering that Phantom looks like a monkey, Haruhiko thinks it could be attracted by posing as a mother monkey. He imitates the female monkey to attract the male monkey and paints Mai's butt red. This method works very well for Phantom, who is attracted to Mai and walks out of the hot spring with excitement. Haruhiko then uses his skills to summon Phantom to pass through the crisis. After being subdued, Phantom can't help but cry. He comes here to soak in the hot springs to heal his injuries because his wife runs away. If they want to treat Phantom, they have to find someone to perform as his bride. Arisu makes Haruhiko dress up as a monkey. Phantom finds his bride and leaves satisfied. A few days later, Haruhiko receives a request from his senior to participate in a drama competition. Koito senses Phantom's aura and joins their team. For this show, they rehearse hard every day, but after the competition starts, they have an unexpected situation. It turns out that the senior is not human. She is born for acting as Phantom, and her only wish in the past 10 years is to participate in drama competitions. Haruhiko is touched by his senior and decides to accompany her to finish the play. The audience misunderstands that this is the mice and a bime and recognize their innovation. As the plot deepens, the senior's Phantom energy continues to gush out, causing the entire theater to be affected. Haruhiko fights the villain played by the senior according to the setting of the script. In the end, with their outstanding ability, they defeat the senior. The show ends successfully, and they are shortlisted for the next round. Now that we're done with the story of the protagonist group, let's see what happens to Ruru. Ruru is Haruhiko's little phantom, but she is often troubled by her small size. Just when Ruru is feeling annoyed by this, the witch passing by fulfills her wish. The witch not only turns Ruru into a human but also helps her become Haruhiko's classmate. Ruru is not very adapted to human life and always hurts herself by accident. At school, Ruru visits Haruhiko's club, thinking that the witch has confessed that she could not reveal her identity. Ruru makes up a very tragic experience. It happens to be the fireworks festival today, and they decide to take Ruru with them to see the fireworks. At the fireworks display, Ruru has a hard time walking because she doesn't fit into human shoes. Haruhiko notices her abnormality and carefully buys a band-aid for her. At this time, the appearance of a phantom disrupts the order of the fireworks show. This phantom is derived from fireworks, and his dream is to produce the biggest fireworks. Haruhiko tries to stop the phantom but is held hostage brutally. Ruru spots the phantom wearing the same necklace as her and hurries to ask the witch. The witch wants to help phantom fulfill its wish, but unexpectedly, it causes a disaster. Ruru, fearing that Haruhiko is in danger, has to change back to her original self. In order not to let phantom affect humans, she rescues Haruhiko and accompanies phantom to fly to higher ground. The moment the fireworks go off, Haruhiko mistakenly thinks Ruru has left him and cries out sadly. It isn't until Ruru appears safe that he breathes a sigh of relief. Haruhiko apologizes for accidentally stepping on her and for his actions. Ruru stomps back on Haruhiko, eliminating the unpleasantness between them. In the new story, Haruhiko suddenly becomes an elementary school student because he reads the diary he wrote when he was young. He doesn't remember what happens and goes to the first grade classroom according to his memory. Kurumi finds the helpless Haruhiko, who recognizes him by his name and bag. Although it is unknown why Haruhiko has become younger, Mai vows to help Haruhiko back to normal. Unsure if Haruhiko has met Phantom at home, Mai decides to let him live in her place for the time being. In order to live with Haruhiko, Mai purchases a lot of necessities. They live together for a long time, which greatly affects Mai's life and economic situation. On a night of lightning and thunder, Mai discovers Haruhiko's thoughts. His dad is busy with work, and his mom left him not long ago. Haruhiko is used to living alone, and can only endure loneliness no matter what he encounters. Mai is very distressed by what happened to him and decides to take him out tomorrow. In the company of Mai, Haruhiko finally smiles. That's when they meet Phantom in the park. Because Mai is attacked by Phantom, Haruhiko has the desire to become stronger. Haruhiko comes back to his high school figure and uses his abilities to fight off Phantom. Haruhiko, who is back to normal, moves back to his home. Mai sees the diary when she accompanies him home. The diary describes his outings with his family, but the lonely Haruhiko never receives any attention from his family. My guess is that Haruhiko makes him younger in order to realize the wish of the diary. His ability and heart resonate, and he becomes an elementary student to fulfill his former wish. With the summer holidays approaching, Haruhiko's squad becomes the first place in the club with their outstanding performance. They plan to travel together on vacation, but the plans can't keep up since a powerful phantom suddenly appears in town. The origin of this phantom is unknown, but its specialty is the ability of the predator, especially to take away the abilities of psychics. Haruhiko uses his abilities to seal Phantom, but for some reason, it vanishes. Those who are robbed of their abilities by Phantom have never gone back to normal. During the time that Phantom disappears, Haruhiko starts the summer vacation. Haruhiko is greatly affected by a sudden phone call from his mother, who has abandoned him. Haruhiko's mother has always wanted to contact Haruhiko, but she is afraid that he will not forgive her, and she has never dared to show up in front of him. Haruhiko can't refuse his mother's closeness and live with her again. Ruru guesses that Haruhiko's mother is a phantom, but has never been able to find the proof. Koito also feels a strange aura in Haruhiko's mother and decides to go to his house to inquire about the situation. As they speculate, Haruhiko's mother is possessed by the Phantom in order to gain access to Haruhiko's abilities. Haruhiko is unable to do anything to his mother and is robbed of his abilities by the Phantom. The Phantom Ruru he creates also changes since Haruhiko has lost his abilities. Haruhiko is physically fine, but her mother is affected by the sequelae and falls into a coma. Haruhiko's stepfather tells him that she has always missed Haruhiko and would look at the picture of them every day. By chance, Koito discovers the secret of the Phantom based on the communication equipment Haruhiko picks up at the experimental base. It turns out that the genetic company has been collecting information on psychic people for a long time and carries out research on artificially enhancing Phantom. They use Phantom as labor, as well as artificial soldiers and experimental materials. The Phantom they meet is the result of research by genetics, but she betrays the company since she is too powerful. After possessing Haruhiko's abilities, she steals Phantom information from the genetic company, so that she can freely manipulate Phantom and suppress humans. Haruhiko wants to help everyone to get rid of Phantom, but he can't do anything without the ability. Arisu believes that Ruru is another consciousness of Haruhiko and that she also has Haruhiko's abilities in her. To regain his abilities, Haruhiko kisses Ruru. He enters his inner world and succeeds in gaining lost abilities. Haruhiko then summons the Phantom that has been sealed by him and fights back. With everyone's joint efforts, the evil Phantom is successfully destroyed. Ruru returns to her original appearance. Haruhiko's mother also wakes up from the coma. The mother and son completely eliminate the irritations toward each other. At the end of the story, the company admits its mistake to the public, and Haruhiko and his friends are still busy fighting Phantom every day. Although they live in fantasy and reality, Haruhiko loves the world very much. The whole drama ends. Myriad Colors Phantom World paints a wonderful view of the world. The existence of the world is not an objective fact but has become something in the subjective sense. This means that as long as the Phantom exists in the human imagination, it is real. Do you believe there is a Phantom in this world? In addition to this peculiar worldview, Koito Animation's art style is as delicate as ever, and the frequent exciting scenes can be regarded as changing the previous style. Unfortunately, at the beginning of its release, it does not receive a good evaluation from the audience. But when I recap, I find that it is still a great anime for entertainment. Do you feel the same way? Welcome to share your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. I will continue to bring you more wonderful and interesting anime recaps, and also prepare the anime that you may miss in past years. Bye!